not cry. I will not cry. I might cry. I'm okay with that. About 10 years ago, on a very cold February night, Lluvia Mulvaney-Stanak asked for my digit. It's true. We were at the Winter of the Drag Ball, and it was the first time I met her. When we exchanged digits, I have to confess that I never thought that the next thing that would happen would me be volunteering for a queer youth organization, and I was a little lost by that. But that's kind of how Lou operates. Work with me on this. We'll get there. Lou wins your heart and your interest with her honest, kind, and contagious energy. And the next thing you know, you're spending your Friday nights in a tiny office on what was then St. Paul Street, and or pulling a fire truck. 10 years ago, Lou and longtime friend Kate German were tapped to be the education wing of Outright Vermont, and eventually found themselves as co-directors. Under their combined guidance, Outright grew, moved offices, won major financial gains that allowed them to expand services and reach more youth across the state. And for Lou, that's what it always comes back to, the youth, not unlike her partner. Lou continues to be an incredible and fierce force for youth empowerment across this state. Queer youth, non-queer youth, all youth. And has been a dedicated force behind and in front of the scenes here at Outright for the past decade. Connor McFadden had this to say about Lou's leadership. Lou's name is synonymous with youth empowerment and community advocacy. I met Lou when I was 16, and the direction of my life changed completely. After working with Lou, my self-esteem and self-efficacy improved to levels that they had never been at, letting me believe in myself enough to speak out against the injustices queer youth face in Vermont. Fellow Outright volunteer Ita Mino made sure that her comments would be heard tonight and emailed me specifically to say, please read this. When I first met Lou, it was at the Outright facilitator training. I had recently become the chair of the RU12 QCC board, but wanted to do some direct work with young folks. During the dinner portion, Lou sat next to me and asked me, in what I have come to learn to be typical Lou fashion, "So, what's your deal? What's your plan? What are you trying to do?" I found that move to be lovingly courageous and have been a fan ever since. In truth, I would not be the person I am today without Lou's influence on my life. I would not have the career I have, strangely, and I would not be continuously inspired by everything Lou does for the community in Vermont. I think that I'm not alone in saying that and being touched by that. I can speak about youth whose lives have been saved by Lluvia Mulvaney-Stanak. And for that reason, it is my incredible honor to be presenting Lluvia Mulvaney-Stanak with the William J. Lippert Leadership Award this year.
They did not tell me that Sarah Mell was going to be announcing the award. Thanks a lot. No, truly, actually, thank you. Wow, so this is what winning an Oscar or an Emmy feels like. They always get up there and they're like, I have no idea what to say. Wow. Thank you. I can't believe I've been part of Outright for a decade. That makes me feel more old than I was when I was at Outright working on staff. And the youth would remind you how old you were every day. And I was like, I'm only 22. And they're like, that's old. I'm 13. That's like ancient. What, are you going to die? They used to say that to me. And I'd be like, what? I'm going to a year out of college. What? Yeah. So I'm incredibly honored. I am so appreciative of every adult who makes Outright a priority in their life, who still donates monthly or yearly or every couple of years, because this organization, I think, is the most important youth organization in our country. Outright is one of the few organizations just for queer youth that exist today. Most of them got sucked into community centers or sucked into HIV centers or just sucked away many, many years ago, and it is through the dedication of all of you in this room and many who are outside this room who have kept this organization going that Outright Vermont is still an independent organization and is growing in 2011. So this is not about me, this is about everybody in the room. And despite quitting my job last week, I can proudly say that I will do everything I can to support Outright financially, with my time, with any talents I have, until the day I'm no longer around. And I do hope that every single person in this room finds an inspiration moment tonight or after today to do the exact same thing in whatever way that gives meaning to you. This is about the future of not only our community but our state. So thanks so much for the honor. I will cherish this seriously for a long time. I'll put this right up next to my future Grammy as DJ Lou. Thank you very much. Thank you.